Hey guys, welcome back to 100 Line Lost Bits Academy 2. Let's carry on where we left off. The divers are out in full force on this side of the flowchart because we've encountered yet another one. After a brutal ambush against us and Hiruko, bit of a tug of war this time with us charging them out the window, but then the tables turned, we had to run away from them until we hit the undying flames, kicked them, and then the tables turned again, and we chased them back into the school. Lots going on, so let's try to make sense of it. We have to hurry. I ran into the school, following the strange figure's footsteps. I hadn't given up on catching them yet. Okay. There he is! No, wait, that's just a statue. The person in the black suit continued to run around the school. They moved confidently, almost like they already knew their way around. Just where are you going anyway? I was still having trouble closing the distance between us. Come on, Takumi, he's in a suit! You know, you should be quick on your feet. Although, to be fair, you did get, bonked on the back of the head. Then you fell out a window, but then he did too. Or she. Whoever it is. Then they turned a corner, and I lost sight of them. Where did they go? No one answered my question. The only sound in the lonely hallway was my own voice echoing. They can't have gone far. I need to keep this up, or else they'll escape completely. How did we lose them? I checked every hallway, every classroom, every locker I could find, but the mystery assailant wasn't in any of them. Strange that the date counter is not active at the moment. They'd probably used the cover of darkness to slip out of the school unnoticed. That, or they were still lying in wait somewhere. Lock it down! I continued my systematic search until I arrived at the boys' bathroom on the second floor. The window was wide open, and there were muddy footprints all around it. Wait, what? There were muddy footprints all around. How did we not follow the muddy footprints into the bathroom to begin with? Takumi, come on! Pay attention to the floor. Although, to be fair, he did say it is dark. They must have escaped through here. It's the only thing that makes sense. Who in the world was that? More importantly, is Hiruko okay? What about the others? I turned to leave and go check. But all of a sudden, I felt like the inside of my head was getting turned inside out. And then we fainted. I blacked out abruptly and completely, as if a plug had been pulled somewhere in my mind. Alright, time to leave the Matrix. Morpheus, take me into your arms. Day 17. At least only one day passed this time. Up and at him, Takumi. Let's go. At least we woke up in our bed. My consciousness slowly but surely drifted back from the dark depths it had fallen into. I opened my eyes and found myself looking up at a familiar ceiling. It's my room. I remember now. Last night, Hiruko was attacked by someone in a weird suit in the biolab. I chased after the attacker, but I lost them. And then I blacked out. Wait a minute. If I passed out, how did I get back here? I don't remember a thing. Did someone carry me here? And come to think of it... Hiruko! Is she okay? Did anyone else get attacked? I reflexively sprang out of bed, but then... On the moment I tried to move, a sharp pain shot through my entire body. I guess I did push myself pretty hard last night. I even jumped out of a second-floor window. I don't think I broke any bones. Oh, but it still hurts. Looking in the mirror, I was covered in cuts and bruises. It was no wonder moving around hurt so much. It's okay, Takumi, just blow yourself up or something and we'll put ourselves through the revival-matic, no problem. Even so, I couldn't just stay put and recuperate. There were too many questions that needed answering. I fought through the pain and made my way to the cafeteria. Don't suppose anyone else got buzzsawed, did they? Everyone's in one piece, more or less. Arriving in the cafeteria, I did a quick head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 13 makes 14. Oh, we're all here! God. Imagine Kyoshka doing this kind of maths. Even Hiruko, the one I've been the most worried about, looked fine. Seeing them all here, eating breakfast like nothing was wrong, I heaved a sigh of relief. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, everyone's okay.
Hey!
Morning, Takumi. What's the matter? You look all out of breath. Wait. Don't you guys know what happened last night? Didn't Hiruko tell you? Huh? Something happened last night. between you and Hiruko? Oh my, TMI. Do they really not know? How could they not have noticed all the running around and glass breaking? Moko, can you get everyone together for me when breakfast is over? You seem real serious about this. Alright, leave it to me. In the meantime, you should eat too. And try to relax a little, okay, hun? Sure, thank you. I left the rest to Moko and tried not to panic as I wolfed down some food. A little later, everyone gathered around a table at Moko's prompting. Is this going to take long? I think I'm heading for a sugar crash. That's what you get for putting a ton of chocolate and ice cream on top of your donbori. You wanted to talk to us about something, Takumi? I hope it's not to lecture us about putting chocolate on our donbori. Yeah, it's about last night. I got right into it and began explaining what happened. But something wasn't right. Someone's missing all of a sudden. It was Hiruko. Wasn't she here a moment ago? Hey! Well, yeah, she said she wasn't feeling well, so she went back to her room. Okay, Moko, when I said gather everybody, I mean everybody, okay? Hiruko's not an exception. She needs a doctor's note if she's gonna pull a sickie and onto this meeting, okay? Huh? Being around a disgusting tardigrade like me probably made her queasy, and yet we're all still standing here, Shoma. That could be a problem. Without her, I can't... What, can't get off? Did you get bored of harassing Nozomi and found another girl to set your grubby little hands on? How many innocent maidens will you corrupt before you're satisfied? Okay, can I corrupt Kyoshka? She's not an innocent maiden, judging from the jokes you crack. How indecent, and yet, oh, how intriguing. I demand you tell me more. I was joking. What are you guys talking about? Anyway, that's not the point. I'd prefer to have Hiruko around so she can back up my story, but I can't exactly go and drag her back here. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll just have to do the best I can on my own. Alright, it's a long story, but here goes. I recounted the events of the previous night, so far as my memory of them would allow. Naturally, I started with the strange figure who attacked Hiruko with a power soul. From there, I talked about how we both jumped out of the biolab window, me chasing the attacker after they lost their weapon, only for me to lose sight of them. The others listened in open-mouthed amazement. They probably didn't know whether to believe me or write the whole thing off as a fever dream. I think I maybe put a little too much color in my story. I was like, oh yeah, I dashed out the window with them, I did 3 backflips, managed to land on my feet, they threw the buzzsaw at me, I did a Neo, I dodged it, bit my back, like, at a 90-degree angle. Okay, that just about covers it. Are you serious? All that really happened last night? Hold on, I need a minute to take all this in. My brain kind of short-circuited after you brought in the maniac with a power saw. I don't get what's going on either, okay? That's why I wanted Hiruko here, so she could fill us in. Damn. How the hell did none of us realize that all that was going down? The biolab's walls have surprisingly good soundproofing for some reason. You did a good job making it through this ordeal alive, Mrs. Samino. Probably because of all the surgeries Yugami wants to take part in over there. Yeah, you're a total champ, Takumi. It's kind of scary, though. Just imagine what might have happened to Hiruko if you hadn't been there. Even if this maniac had made mincemeat out of her, he could have just fed it into the revival-matic to bring her back. Don't talk about her like she's a sausage filling. Besides, there's a limit to what the machine can do. But what were you doing in the biolab at that hour, Takumi? Can you not remember? I can only assume you were drugged or sleepwalking. If you're not making all this up, that is. What, you think I'm the one who attacked Hiruko and I just confessed it out loud here? With a piss-poor story that paints me in a potentially guilty light? I'm just speaking hypothetically. Honestly, I don't see how attacking our teammates would benefit you, so I'm not entertaining the idea too seriously. We won't be able to say anything for sure until we get Hiruko's side of the story. Maybe it was some kind of shape-shifting enemy? I mean, there's no one else in this school apart from us. Nah, the alarm would have gone off if that was it. The invaders always show up in huge swarms, not one at a time. I mean, Moko infiltrated the school alone, and she was a shapeshifter. Then, does that mean the attacker was one of us? I think in a manner of speaking, yes. One of us? Maybe not. No, that can't be. But we've already been getting threats. What if even more freaky stuff starts happening after this? Just like that, the whole room seemed to frost over. Everybody looked uneasy. Hold on a minute. I didn't mean to make it sound like that. But now the possibility's out there. You can't deny it. Not unless we all have solid alibis, or if we catch the real maniac. So, there really is a traitor among us? There is always only one truth, which means, who was it exactly? You know there's more than one truth, Kyoshka. It always is. This is good. At this rate, everyone's going to start getting paranoid. What can I say to calm them down? But before I could think of anything... Tsurumi? Tsurumi, who had been silent throughout the conversation, suddenly began to tremble all over.
It's happening! We're finally getting dragged into a killing game!
Tsurumi, if you could stop gurgling for a second, I've told you numerous times. The killing game route is back that way.
Ah!
There's a murderer in our midst, a notorious serial killer. This is the kind of twist I've been waiting for!
It was like a dam had suddenly burst. Tsurumi's deranged laughter filled the room.
A serial killer hiding in a group of students? Only someone with a severely unsound mind would come up with something like that.
Well, you're looking at her.
Threatening messages, serial killers, power saw maniacs. I can't take this.
Yeah!
This is so cool. Let's go crazy and start killing each other.
Maybe we should let Miss Amamiya handle the killer.
Aha!
You know, fight fire with fire. Or in this case, maniac with maniac. If we need a sacrifice, I'll volunteer. But I might be so useless. Even the killer won't waste time on me. So we're just assuming all this stuff about a killer is true now? I can't keep up. Guys, please, let's not get paranoid. But from now on, if you have to walk alone at night, be careful. Might be a good idea to keep our infusers with us too. Then we'll be ready to fight back if the killer tries anything. I'm gonna go see what I can do about fixing the biolab window. It'll be a good chance to investigate the scene too. Thanks. Sorry for the trouble. I'll go see how Hiruko's doing. I'll let you guys know if I find out anything new. Everyone nodded in agreement, and the meeting broke up. First of all, I need to talk to Hiruko. She said she's not feeling well, but hopefully it's nothing serious. Just as I was about to leave the cafeteria... Yes? You're not gonna kill me first, are you? Tsurumi? You're still here?
Seems like that diary was the real deal after all. Don't worry, Takumi, I won't say a thing. It's our little secret.
Laughing creepily to herself, Tsurumi skipped out of the cafeteria. I hadn't mentioned that old diary to anyone either. It wasn't exactly a credible source, and I didn't want to risk making everyone even more paranoid. Anyway, I really need to go talk to Hiruko. I pulled myself together and made my way to the dorm rooms on the roof. Okay, please don't deny anything. Please explain. No good, huh? I rang Hiruko's doorbell, but there was no reply. It didn't sound like anyone was moving around inside either. I was reaching toward the bell to ring again, but thought better of it. I'm not like Tsurumi, I'm actually considerate. She's probably sleeping. I'd feel bad for disturbing her. After the events of last night, I was still pretty worried, but I decided to leave Hiruko be for now. Gotta check in on her, man. What if she's injured and she's gonna die in her sleep? I'll ask her later. I've still got plenty to do in the meantime. Reluctantly, I turned away and left to attend to other matters. I already knew where my next stop was going to be. The biolab? No, outside. This is where I chased the killer around last night. At the time, it had been too dark for me to make out very much, but I had a general idea of where to go. It should be right around here. I began to rummage around in the grass and shrubs, searching for something I'd left behind last night. It took me a while, but I eventually found it. Here it is. This was what I'd been looking for. The power saw I'd taken from the killer and thrown into the bushes during our chase. Can't just leave this lying around here. Better put it somewhere safe. Where? Hefting up the power saw, I carried it back to the school. Like, why were they even using a power saw to begin with? Like, why use a, it's like a civilian whip? Not a hemoanima infused whip. Where'd they get it from? Metal shop here? Okay, should be good here for now. The metal shop seemed like as good a place as a hiding as any. It was already full of guns and landmines and other lethal-looking objects. I set the power saw down in a corner of the room and stared at it for a moment. Up close, these blades look even bigger and more deadly. Glad I didn't get hit. Whoever that had been brandishing this at me at Hiruko. They were definitely out to kill us. But why? What motive could they possibly have had? I should probably go over the whole incident again. I'll tell the others I've stashed the power saw in here next time we're all together. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Closing the metal shop door behind me, I left and went back to my room. Back in my room, I collapsed onto my bed, exhausted. Looking at the clock, I realized half the day was gone already. I knew I ought to be using this downtime wisely to prepare for our next battle. But I just couldn't motivate myself to do any of that today. I still have 3 major mysteries to solve. The first was what had happened last night. What was I doing in the biolab with no memory of how I got there? Why was Hiruko being attacked? The second was the person in the strange black suit. I had no idea who they were, what they were doing here, or why. And the third. My gaze slowly traveled to my desk. I hadn't looked at that strange diary again since putting it away. It couldn't be. Could it? I mean, don't we also have a fourth mystery? Who left us the message in the first place? Unless he's merging that with the person in the suit. I got up from my bed, opened the desk drawer, and took out the old notebook. This thing still creeps me out. What kind of deranged person had written these illegible words and scribbled this picture of the killer? Looking at it gave me a weird, sickly feeling inside. Like I was being drawn into the madness on the page.
That was the signal that the killing was about to begin. And now we're all going to...
Die, 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 die.
Well, I think we're gonna die. The Rumi's crazed words welled up in the back of my mind. I think I made that same joke last time too. Aren't threatening messages in this diary really connected somehow? I wanted to dismiss it all as a meaningless series of pranks. But I still had doubts I couldn't quite dismiss. Those seeds of suspicion were starting to grow, threatening to choke me from the inside. Get a hold of yourself, Takumi. I don't need another massacre taking place. Like in the Box of Calamity route. I woke up to the usual morning announcement and slowly got out of bed. I didn't get a chance to talk to Hiruko yesterday. I'll have to track her down today at some point. But first I should go to the cafeteria. I need to tell the others about the power saw. When I arrived, everyone was already there. Everyone, except Hiruko. I waited and waited, but she didn't show. In the end, I told the rest of the team that I'd stashed the power saw in the metal shop for now, and left. Maybe she's comatose. Feel a little calmer in here. I needed a change of scenery. Found myself visiting the leisure lounge. There's no one here. It's too bad. I was in the mood to talk to someone. I wasn't really sure what to do, so I sat on a chair by the side of the pool and gazed at the water for a while. Suddenly, I got an unpleasant, twisty feeling in my stomach. Why am I so hungry? I just ate a few minutes ago. What's going on with my stomach? My appetite seems to come and go a lot lately. Oh god, am I the ret snob now? I reached out for a bottle of water in hopes of quelling my hunger pangs, and as I did... What? You coming here to hide from me? Oh. Hiruko! A surprised, troubled expression crossed her face. Must not have expected to find me here. I thought I'd finally get to talk to her, but as soon as she saw me, she turned around and began walking away. It's like she's pulled out her phone, pretended she got a text message, and then walked the other way. Hey, wait! I ran after Hiruko and grabbed her, wrapping her hand around one of her long, slender arms. Oh, okay, Takumi. Describing her arms, are we? Let me go. Sorry, but I can't right now. I need to talk to you, Hiruko. I have nothing to say to you. Hiruko looked away, refusing to meet my eye. She was acting so strange, and I had no idea why. Are you feeling better? I heard you were sick yesterday. Anyway, I wanted to talk about a few nights ago, when you were attacked in the biolab. You remember that person with the power saw, right? Where'd they come from? What happened that night? Can you let go of me now? You're going to leave a mark. Huh? Oh, sorry. I realized I've been holding on to her really hard and let go, but I couldn't let her leave just yet. I shifted around and blocked her path to the door. I've already told you. I have nothing to say to you. Stop wasting my time
and move aside.
Why are you acting like this? Is there some reason you can't tell me? Please, just leave me alone. Hiruko, what are you... Before I could say anything else, Hiruko shoved me aside, knocking me off balance. Ow! Ow, ow, ow. She ran away? I fell on my butt with a painful thud. That girl really didn't want to talk to me. I got to my feet to go after her, but she was already gone. Hiruko! Where are you? I had no idea what was going on with her. Why wouldn't she tell me what happened? What was she avoiding me all of a sudden? I didn't know, but one thing was clear. Hiruko was hiding something. Can't just give up. I need to find out the truth. What was she even doing here in the first place? Was she going to go for a swim? I wouldn't get anything out of Hiruko the way she was now. But there was plenty of other stuff I could investigate. I decided to clear my mind and look by looking around somewhere else. Okay. My bedroom, I guess. And the gift-o-matic, I guess. Moko! You got anything for me, since we reached bond level 4?
My rival popped into my head just now, and now I really feel like training. Not my rival in love, mind you. A girl I met when I was first training to be a pro wrestler. I told you before that you needed absolute strength to succeed in this industry, right? That's why I tried out all kinds of martial arts, and I never lost. Except to one person.
Oh, yeah?
It was a female martial artist who clinched the championship at an American MMA tournament.
But you were about to say like Sakura Ogami or something.
She'd remained unbeaten for more than 400 matches and was virtually the strongest hominid in existence. People called her Ogre.
They did they? I didn't realize. I mean, obviously they weren't going to outright say, her name is Sakura Ogami, but this reference of ogre is actually pretty neat.
She was the same age as me. I couldn't believe how strong she was. But we've become good friends since then, and even go out for dessert and protein shakes sometimes. We spur each other on to greater heights. Thinking about her reminded me that I have to keep up with my training, even now.
Well, I mean, by all means, that's what we're doing these days, preparing for the next battle. Good on you, Moko Mojiro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction. Didn't get to talk to Hiruko today either. There's still so much I don't know about that girl. Never really got to know her the first time around. Hopefully this time she'll open up to me and we'll all make it through this alive. No, not just hopefully. I'll definitely make that happen. Yeah. Everyone's alive so far. Except for Eita, of course. But who cares about that guy? Okay. The obnoxious morning announcement played just like it always did. Knowing that the person who'd recorded those announcements was gone now made it feel a little uncanny, though. What's the idea of making on the 19th a milestone day anyway? All that good round number stuff made no sense. Wait, didn't I say that last time too? Takumi, you and I have a lot more in common than I thought. Shaking off the haze that lingered around my thoughts, I got out of bed. Speaking of the library, I've got some business there today. First, I better have breakfast. Time to go to the cafeteria. Alright. Great. I stepped into the cafeteria and grabbed some food. For a second, my eyes met Hiruko's from across the room. Are we the only two here? Oh. There was a moment of silence, and then she turned away. She refused to even look in my direction after that. Sheesh, she's still avoiding me. Sighing inwardly, I turned my attention back to my food. When I was done, I made my way to the library. Okay, time to hit the books, do some research. I think Dorumi found it somewhere around here. I stood in front of the library stacks, thinking back to the day Dorumi and I found this strange diary. I still don't completely buy that it has anything to do with what's going on here, but it was worth taking another look at what was here. There might be some kind of clue. And right now I needed all the information I could get. I ran a finger along the spines of the books and began pulling them out one by one. My movements got faster, more frantic. I kept going until I had emptied the entire shelf. How long did I spend doing that? I completely lost track of time on my desperate search. But eventually, I found something that made me stop and take notice. Oh, what's this? I lifted up a beaten-up old volume with a hard cover. It caught my attention for a simple reason. There wasn't any writing on it. The front cover, back cover, and spine were all completely blank. I looked in the back to see if there was any publication info there, but the last few pages had rotted and crumbled away.
Huh?
Must be really old. I gently opened it to the title page to be greeted by the only text I'd seen so far. The history of the school? The letters were faded and old-fashioned, but I could still read them okay. Come to think of it, aside from the basics, I actually knew remarkably little about this academy. Oh, well, you're lagging behind there, Takumi, come on. Thankfully, the rest of us, after 157 episodes, I'd like to think that we know pretty much everything there is to know about the school. Then again, we did discover a secret door in episode 155, so maybe not. Was it 150? I can't even remember at this point. And with both Siri and Nigu gone, there wasn't anybody I could ask about it. It's not something I've thought about very much, but this isn't exactly your run-of-the-mill school. I turned the pages, getting a whiff of the musty paper smell that only really old books develop. There was no publication date anywhere, so I had no way of knowing how old it was exactly. I flipped through the pages at random until I caught a glimpse of some troubling text. Did I see that right? I went back to the page in question, and sure enough, there it was. Notes on the serial murder incidents? My heart skipped a beat. A trail of cold sweat ran down my back as I began to read the passage. Jeez, we didn't even have to complete the final dead room to get this kind of information. Normally you have to put 5 bullets in a revolver. It detailed a series of ghastly murders that took place at the academy sometime in the past. They started suddenly one day, without any warning. A mysterious figure appeared in the school and started picking off students one after another. Clad in a strange black suit, the killer used bladed weapons like saws and hatchets to massacre their victims. What the hell is going on? Wasn't this school basically developed as a spaceship at Shion's request because he wanted to experience school life before he died? Which academy is this talking about? I mean, it's written in the Futuran language from what I could tell in this image. The black suit as well? Some students rallied together to try and fight back, but they were all mercilessly cut down. The next day, the academy was sealed off from the outside world. Students prepared to mourn the friends they had lost. Then, the killer came back in the sequel. Once again, they mowed down student after student, bathing the school in blood. Cries of pain, fear, and hatred echoed throughout the grounds as the students' short lives came to an abrupt, violent end. And then, just like before, the killer disappeared without a trace. No one knew how they got in to begin with, although some thought they may have passed themselves off as one of the surviving students. No one ever got a definitive answer, and the nightmare still wasn't over. Again and again, the killer would appear seemingly out of nowhere, slaughter a handful of students, then disappear again. Naturally, there were attempts to fight back, but none of them achieved anything. It was as if they were dealing with an unkillable demon. Oh my god, it is Michael Myers or some shit. Thankfully, I fought back. I kicked them. Not even in the face. I think I kicked them in the shin. And that was enough to send them scampering back. Even now, the killer still stalks these halls, awaiting the time for another massacre. An unkillable demon? This has got to be made up, right? Just doesn't sound realistic. Although I guess it's not the craziest thing in the world. We're pretty nigh unkillable, too.
Hey, we're basically immortal too. It's not that weird.
Yeah, I remembered Durumi's words. I found myself thinking back to the strange diary again. Could it have been written by one of the students who survived these attacks? The information in the old book and the diary matched up a little too well for it to be a coincidence. But the part about the killer still hiding out somewhere in the school, that couldn't be true, could it? Could they have been the one who wrote the threatening message that started all this? No, wait. I shouldn't jump to conclusions. Let's see if there's anything else. I took a deep breath and went back to reading the school history. For the next few hours, I immersed myself in urban legends and reports of other strange incidents that had supposedly occurred in years long past. Alright, I think that should do it. I closed the cover with a sigh, having skimmed through most of what the book had to offer. It covered a wide variety of topics, but it all sounded like things made up for fun, rather than describing events that actually happened. Wow. First you're begging the others to believe you about your story with the biolab and knocking the killer out of the glass window, and now you're skeptical of this story. Stuff about the serial killer is the only part that feels like it might be important. I don't know if it has anything to do with the power soul maniac I saw. But it's worth thinking about. I'll take this book with me for now. If the room he finds it'll only fuel her morbid fantasies. It was already dark out. I'd spent the better part of the day reading. Tucked the book under my shirt, left the library, and headed back to my room. How are we looking this evening? Anyone gonna visit me late at night? Another day's flown by. There wasn't an enemy attack today, but there's bound to be another one soon. I need to be ready. I should focus on training tomorrow. I'd like to look into the murders that book talked about too, and I still haven't got a straight answer out of Hiruko.
Hey!
There's so much to deal with I don't even know where to start. I think I'll just sleep on it. Maybe things will be more clear in the morning. Fingers crossed, I let out a long, hard yawn and switched off the lights. So ended my 19th day at Lost Defense Academy. Alright. Day 20. Is this route going to be as long as the, killing game route? I wonder.
Get ready for your 20th day!
Okay. Morning again. Actually got a decent night's sleep for once. Now what should I do today? Should I prepare for our next battle, or... Actually, I better get some breakfast before I make any decisions. Okay. I guess we're making decisions before breakfast, though. No bonding today, but apart from Nozomi, it's just the second Lost Defense Academy students I have left to bond with, and then I've max bonded with everyone. Another day's done. They went by in a flash. Better hit the sack before I start feeling hungry again. I wasn't all that tired, but I got into bed anyway and forced myself to go to sleep. Maybe that's why Hiruko's avoiding us. Because of our hunger issues. It's a symptom of something far more. Straight to the cafeteria this time. I got to the cafeteria and glanced around, making sure that I didn't go straight to free time like I did yesterday and missed out on eating breakfast. Sure enough, Hiruko wasn't there. What's her problem? At this rate, I'll never get to talk to her about that night. Oh, I can't give up. I'll ask her again today. I have to try.
Hey!
Morning, Takumi. I was just taking my tray to a table when Moko called out to me, chipper as ever. I turned around and saw that Nozomi was with her. Hey, you two. You're up and at it early today, huh? I mean, yeah, that's what Sirei says. He tells us to get up and at it. Morning, Takumi. Want to eat with us? Sure. Thanks. Oh. I took a seat opposite the girls. Moko stared at me intently, like she had something to say but didn't know how to bring it up. Is there something on my face? No, of course not. I was just checking out your breakfast, that's all. Why are you eating a frog?
Yeah!
You got a real good balance of macronutrients there. You can have some of my protein powder if you want a little extra, though. I'm good, thanks. How about drinks? You want to chug some raw eggs, maybe? No, that's fine. I'm fine. Aw, party pooper. Well, it's your loss. Something's up with Moko. What does she really want to talk to me about? Maybe she's waiting for me to make the first move. I'll look like a total creep if I'm wrong. Come on, Moko. Let's just come right out and ask him. Who's getting to it? Stuff like this calls for a delicate approach. For all we know, Hiruko's maidenly virtue could be at stake here. Huh? What about Hiruko? Whoops! Oh, there I go again. Somebody call a plumber. We've got a leak. TMI, Moko. I'm sorry, Takumi. I really hope you don't take this the wrong way. But Moko and I have been talking, and we both think you and Hiruko have been acting a little strange lately. Right. I should have known this was... I'm not acting strange. I'm acting normal. I'm actually hanging out with you guys, alright? We didn't want to pry, but it's been going on for a while, so...
No!
Sorry, hon. We just didn't know how to bring it up. Well, thank you for considering my feelings. Don't apologize. It's my fault for making you worry. The concern... Why do you have to censor Takemaru's face like he's Mike Wazowski or something with your star? That concern was understandable. Things have been awkward between me and Hiruko ever since the incident. What was I supposed to say? I had no idea why she was avoiding me. Well, some stuff happened, but... I'm really not sure how to explain. I struggled to find the right words, but Nozomi didn't press me.
It's okay if you don't want to talk about it right now. Just know that when you're ready, we'll be here for you.
Something I don't want to talk about it, I just don't know how to convey my feelings. Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Thanks. My breath was caught in my throat. For just a moment, it felt like I was talking to Kato again. I'll see what I can do to soften up Hiruko, too. I know she's the type who likes to be on her own, but she's still a poor, vulnerable maiden at heart. Even rabbits can die of loneliness. You boys have to show some sensitivity. What does that have to do with that? I get the feeling this conversation's drifting away from its original topic. I don't have the energy to get it back on course, though. I'll just smile and wave and nod until it's over. After finishing breakfast, I said goodbye to Moko and Nozomi and went back to my room. Okay, what should I do today? The idea of this mystery killer still worries me. The whole thing's kind of sketchy. The invaders are a much more definite threat. I need to be ready for the next time they attack. Alright, let's get ready then. Oh man, so many killings taking place on this side of things. Genuinely concerning. No bonds again today. That's alright, this just means we're going to have a deluge of them later on. Today was pretty uneventful. That's not to say I don't have any problems. Hiruko, the killer, the invaders. There's still a lot I need to deal with. Out of all of them, Hiruko's probably the most urgent. If I don't patch things up with her soon, everyone else is going to worry. Alright, tomorrow for sure I'll... What? What the? The alarm? The enemy is attacking now?
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds.
Ava's here. Okay. Uh-oh, I better get going. I was out of bed before the first echoes of the alarm had faded. We can do this. I won't let anybody die this time. Taking the briefest of moments to psych myself up, I rushed out the door and made my way to the war room. Where I'm lost. Night attacks? Seriously? Don't these bastards ever sleep? There's a lot more of them than last time, too. They're really going all out. Tsubasa, you think maybe that bomb of yours can take them out? Sorry, it's taking a while to put it all together. There's no way it'll be ready for this battle.
For real? We gotta fight all these enemies by ourselves?
Don't worry, I'll fight too. Huh? Really, Kako? Where's this coming from? She's made a point of staying out of our battles until now. Not to mention how overprotective Ima is.
Can't just stand on the sidelines and let you all protect me. I've been training hard, so I can handle myself out there. Please let me join you.
I'd be happy to have you with us, but are you sure about this? There's nothing I can do when she gets like this. I tried to persuade her to reconsider, but it didn't work. Okay, but I thought you'd, like, take her into your room for a thorough re-education or something when she disobeys you. She even threatened to sever our sibling bond. The idea was so distressing I passed out on the spot.
The point is, I'm fighting and there's nothing you can do about it. Don't interfere, brother dearest.
I've been training too, by the way. If push comes to shove, I'll jump in and protect my dear sister. I'll fight too. I'm sorry about before. You too, Shoma?
Sure.
You don't gotta worry about this guy. I've trained him up so he won't embarrass himself. That's right. I've gone from being mold on a bathroom floor to mold on a toilet seat. It's a huge upgrade. I'm no longer on the ground.
Nice to see you guys finally showing some backbone. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's unproductive parasites.
Okay, what about Narumi? Well, they did take care of the school back when that threatening message forced us to leave. With this intruder on the loose, it might actually be more dangerous for them to hang back while the rest of us go and fight.
That's a good point. You coming too, Darumi? I don't know. I'd love to show up as a mutilated corpse waiting for you when you get back. That's such a classic killing game opening.
Yeah!
But I guess it could be fun to go wild and massacre a bunch of enemies too. Alright, I'm in.
That's the spirit. Now that's decided. We shouldn't waste any more time. Yeah, Hiruko, stop wasting time and communicate with me! We'll be mobilizing all team members for this battle. Team leader, give the order. Right, I didn't realize you acknowledged my existence today. It's been so long since Hiruko spoke to me, she caught me off guard. There's no time to get flustered, though. I need to focus on the battle. You heard him. Concentrate. Yep. Same two sides we have to fight. against Ava. What are we gonna do with her this time around? Will we brainwash her? Will we just leave her in the cage? Will she just die outright? I don't think that's ever happened. Oh, the one time it did happen was when we specifically ordered it to happen. And then, well,
what gives?
we got
I can't
cursed.
see the enemy in this. We're sitting ducks out here.
Sir Takumi, how are we to deal with this mist?
Oh well, Kako volunteered to fight, so she's done it just in time.
We'll do the same thing we did in my future.
Kako, make your way outside the mist and snipe the enemy from a distance.
That's my line.
Ima, you'll have to cover her. Both of you. Hurry.
So, I just protect my dear sister from any harm that comes her way? Now that I can do!
Easy job, no?
Okay.
Phew. Thanks for that, Hiruko.
Don't waste time talking. Concentrate on the battle.
Oh, sorry. Team leader, give the order. But I'll give the other orders, and then if you try to command me on giving those orders, I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up. Politely. Destroy all sources of mist. Kako, go to town. Wow, she did. The machines are still floating there, though.
Takumi, this commander, is she?
Hot? Yeah, and you take a great liking to her.
Yeah, she's the one we took prisoner in my future.
I'm here this time. I won't allow that kind of worthless sentiment.
Woohoo. Okay. Hiruko's like, nope. Good ending means Ava gotta go.
Huh? But
We'll talk about this later. We have to defeat her first.
Oh god. This is gonna go down well.
Here we go.
I suppose it helps that she actually takes her mask off, unlike poor Mervram. Yeah, he may have pleaded, but he didn't surrender completely, so that's what he gets. Spit out all the mist you like. You ain't gonna beat me. Okay.
Yeah, we won! Now we just have to finish off the commander.
Okay. But wait, let's see what she does first.
Shouldn't be too hard. She's basically on her way out already.
We look down at the defeated commander.
Please, don't kill me.
Huh? Did she just say something?
Yugamu, not this again. Stabs her in the back.
My name is Ava, the paragon of nature. I beg of you, please, spare my life. I surrender. I'll come quietly, so just let me live. I don't want to die.
Terrified invader raised a trembling hand and brought it to her mask. Then she removed it to reveal what was underneath.
This is the commander's true face? She's no different from us.
It's just like you said, Takumi. You'd almost think she was human.
I am from the future.
She looks roughly the same age as us as well. This certainly isn't what I expected to be concealed under that mask.
Speaking of masks, didn't you say something about that too, Takumi?
Yes, it's a very devious tool that can be used in an underwater murder.
Don't the commanders consider removing their masks a sign of surrender?
Yeah, that and a way of showing respect to your opponents.
And it's one of their religious teachings they never go against, right?
Yeah, tomorrow she'll be eating meat. Can you imagine?
That's if what Takumi told us is true, anyway.
Oh, do we gotta find out who's lying now? Who should we string up first?
You!
Her taking off her mask makes no difference. Hurry up and kill her.
Whoa. I'm surprised you didn't just do the job yourself.
What?
But doesn't that seem a little cruel?
Not as cruel as attacking at night and trying to kill us in our beds.
She's also the reason Ima had to get turned into Sirei, right?
Sort of.
Personally, I think that operation sounds like an interesting challenge. How about you, Ima?
Good question. It's a tough choice, all right.
What's so tough about it? She caused you so much suffering in the future. She's just going to betray us again this time.
There's no point sparing an enemy if it means losing an ally later.
But we've deviated.
I'm with Kako on this one. Besides, people who hide their true faces should never be trusted.
Okay, I'm not gonna trust you on this one.
That's not very convincing coming from you, Miss Osuzuki.
If we're gonna kill her anyway, can't I keep her as a research subject? I'd love to see what invaders' bodies are like on the inside.
Gamu, I think that may be a war crime.
Wait, please. I don't know anything about this previous timeline you're talking about, but I would never defy God's teachings. I've lost the battle. I surrender. You can do what you want with me, but please, don't kill me.
Commanders, please, we're getting more and more desperate.
Takumi, please. I really think we should spare her. We can't kill someone who's this afraid to die. Can we?
Ask you, Gamu.
Well, Mr. Sumino, what's it to be?
Do I get to choose again this time?
Takumi, brother dearest, stand aside.
Uh-oh.
If you won't kill her, I'll do it myself. I need to get stronger, and this is the fastest way to do that.
Damn, Gako's speedrunning her training.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please, don't kill me.
Takumi, can't you do something? We've already won the battle. Can't we just let her live?
What do you think, Takumi?
I'm trying out here. Anger, sadness, pity, desperation, fear. Everywhere I looked, somebody looked back at me with a different expression. They're all waiting for me to make the call. Wasn't an easy decision, but I knew what I had to do.
We're not going to kill her. Let's take her prisoner like before.
What? Have you lost your feeble excuse for a mind?
Nope. This time, we'll take better care of her.
Why kill Eito but let this invader live? If you're gonna make these big decisions, can't you be a little more consistent?
Okay, well, Eito killed a baby, alright? She didn't kill a baby.
I didn't want to kill Eito, but I had to keep everyone safe. Anyway, we'll learn from the mistakes we made in my future and keep security on our prisoner extra tight.
Plus, the person who let her out in the first place was Eito, who's dead now.
But she could still escape or turn on us some other way.
Our team leader has made his decision. We have to abide by it.
Really now? You're not gonna overrule me?
And since we can understand the invader's language now, it could provide a tactical advantage too.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself. Like, this is a good idea. Like, maybe, yeah. Interrogate them. Sure. That's why we'll keep them alive.
If we take this commander prisoner, we can interrogate her and potentially learn something that will help us out later.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not just going soft here. You've got to believe me.
Although, we're kind of going a little bit soft.
I suppose that makes sense. What do you think, Lady Kako?
If there's a proper reason for it, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We're gonna get some intelligence out of her. I hadn't expected Hiruko to be so supportive. Thanks to her, the mood was starting to change. Everyone was still clearly conflicted, but they were starting to come around to the idea I'd proposed. Maybe this is another test that she's running.
I'm in favor of taking the commander prisoner.
Seeing if I would just go and execute her as well, like I did with Eito, then she'd definitely not be able to trust me.
Same here! So what if she escaped into Kumi's future? We just gotta make sure that doesn't happen this time.
Fine. If you're all going to insist, I guess I'll go along with it.
Thank you.
I think we should spare her too. I'll help take care of her and everything.
If we need to torture her at any point, can you let me do it?
I think you're probably the only person qualified and comfortable doing it.
What kind of screams do invaders make? Just imagining it is giving me goosebumps.
Ugh! Sir Yugamu, tell your little Yugamu to calm down.
Excuse me?
Forget the commander. Someone put this guy in a cage.
Sounds like the matter's decided. The rest is up to you, team leader.
Thank you. Finally, I get to make some decisions around here.
First things first, let's get her into a cage. We'll use a sturdier lock than we did in my timeline too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'd never forgive myself if I died here. No matter what, I need to make it home one day.
Understood. We summoned the drones to take the prisoner away and locked her up in the courtyard. We were all exhausted from our late-night battle. We staggered back to our rooms afterwards for some well-earned rest. Another day. Done. I could finally get some sleep. Mostly my thoughts centered on the prisoner. Ava, she'd called herself. We were finally going to get a chance to sit down and talk to her commander. She managed to get away last time, but I won't make the same mistake again. I'll talk to her tomorrow and see what she can tell us. For the first time in a while, it felt like we might make actual progress. The relief that thought gave me was enough to carry me into peaceful slumber. Good. Day 22. That's not a good sign. Waking up before the announcement. Oh. I gradually drifted back to consciousness, my head still fuzzy. I stretched out under the covers and thought back on the events of last night. Oh, wonder what time it is. I looked at my clock and found it was already past noon. I'd slept like the dead. Might have overdone it. My head was killing me. Trying to get breakfast would be such a drag. I had no appetite at all. Maybe I was too tired to be hungry. I can't just not eat anything. I picked up some rations I happened to have lying around. I eventually had a shower and got dressed. Then I remembered Ava, the commander we'd taken prisoner. I decided to go and check on her before I did anything else. Ava?
Huh?
That's... Where is she? As I made my way to the courtyard, I spotted Shoma coming the other way. He was carrying a cafeteria tray. Oh, Takumi. Good morning. Or, afternoon. Oh, she's in her sleeping bag? Hi, Shoma. Guess it's more like afternoon now. Did you get up at a normal time today? I sure did. I needed to bring Ava her breakfast. I did promise I'd take care of her, after all. It's only natural that should include feeding her. How was she? Did she say anything to you? She ate a little, but didn't speak. I think she's in a state of extreme stress. She was trembling all over, although that might just be because she was so disgusted by my unclean body odor. She's asleep now. That's the first time she's slept since we put her in the cage. Okay. Looks like it'll be a while before we can get anything out of her. I'm sure if we keep talking to her, she'll open up to us eventually. She has such a beautiful, gentle look in her eyes. I don't think she's a bad person, really. Shoma developed a strong attachment to the prisoner last time, too. Things are different now, so I want to believe it won't lead to the same disaster as it did back then. I'll leave Ava in your care. Let me know if there's any change. Right, I'll do the best job an inept slob like me can. I'm sure she's happy to hear that she's got an inept slob looking after her. I do want to see what Ava can tell us, but there's no point rushing things if she's not ready to talk yet. I decided to let Shoma handle her for now, and went to spend my time somewhere else. You know, free time and shit. As you do.